This bill was named after Emmett Till. He was a 14-year-old black boy from Chicago who was brutally murdered and lynched in Mississippi. New for you now at 5, News 10's Portia Williams explains why this legislation hits home for some people in the Wabash Valley.
According to local historians, between 1880 and 1930, 18 lynchings took place in the state of Indiana, and one of them happened right here in Terre Haute. George Ward was lynched back in 1901 at the bridge behind Fairbanks Park. Dr. Crystal Reynolds is a local historian. She's glad to see lynching is now a federal hate crime.
Indiana did have a anti-lynching law back in the 1930s, so we had one. It wasn't as strong as it could be, but we had a law. But there was never a law nationally. So as I said, this protects people locally, nationally, and statewide, of course. At
Fairbanks Park, there's a mile marker that commemorates the life of George Ward. There's also a display in honor of Ward at the Vigo County Historical Museum. Sylvester Edwards with the NAACP of Terre Haute says legislation was supposed to pass the anti-lynching bill back in 1900.
They would have passed the law, that lynching law in 1900, that maybe George Ward would not have been lynched in 1901. Now here it is, and taken down from 1900 to 2022.
He adds lynching crimes often went unpunished.
There was no one held accountable for the lynching. There was no one actually held accountable for whatever law that was supposed to have been brought or broken.
Dr. Reynolds adds lynching was a tragic, inhumane act.
Oftentimes there would be a mob that would actually come and be there and be an audience. There'd be a mob and there'd be an audience. Families were there, children were there, children witnessed this. Sometimes there would be picnics at a lynching. They acted as if it was going to the movies.
Dr. Reynolds says now people can begin to heal from the tragic act of lynching. Back to you.